If you're a developer working with cloud environments, you're probably familiar with serverless models. These tools don't eliminate the need for servers entirely, they remove the dependency on a traditional server infrastructure, which minimizes provisioning and scaling concerns. At a high level, serverless applications are packaged in containers that are only activated with requests for CSP provisioning. This approach means that developers are only charged for the server resources they're utilizing, instead of provisioning infrastructure they may never use. Going serverless can free up your developer team to focus on other priorities and projects. Before you make that transition, consider these 4 best practices for acclimating to a serverless infrastructure. First, identify the right CSP services for your app. Having the right stack per application is critical, especially if you use a microservice architecture. Major CSPs offer a wide range of products that are designed to work together. Taking advantage of the synchronicity will help streamline your architecture and improve maintenance. For example, you could use AWS's API gateway instead of common libraries that handle routing. This tool can reduce the package size while improving segmentation. Finding the right CSPs can reduce friction and enable faster resource allocation. Second, limit the permissions for your app. Loose permissioning is a common attack vector. So enforce the least privilege model and create both developer accounts and separate deployment accounts for each of your environments. You should always consider security practices, but making use of a serverless infrastructure means that third parties like your CSP may have access to some components of your systems. Identify where your sensitive data is stored, ensure proper security measures are in place, and rigorously monitor who is accessing different parts of your application. Avoid using wildcards when defining privileges for these roles. If you're using serverless tools, stay vigilant. Third, set up a CI/CD pipeline. Automated deployment processes are extremely valuable in minimizing human errors during your application's deployment. There are many automated processes that can take place during this workflow, like unit and integration tests. A continuous integration, continuous deployment pipeline will ensure that code changes are thoroughly tested and checked before they merge and ultimately deploy. Fourth, and finally, set up monitors and alerts. Without a full server structure in-house, you need to make sure you're aware of everything going on with your application. For example, do you have access to the data you need to make key decisions and advance your app? Consider usage tracking alerts so that you're not surprised at the end of the month when your CSP's data usage bill comes. Proper alert and monitoring systems are not only incredibly helpful in understanding demand and scale, but also for debugging issues and analyzing pricing. Set up alerts so you can stay on top of your application's processes and know exactly what your team needs to continue improving them. Keep these best practices in mind when you're transitioning to serverless infrastructure. Going serverless can save you time, money, and frustration, but you should approach it with the same caution and focus you would with any infrastructure change.